in Luke 22, 31 and 32. This is right on the evening that Jesus is getting arrested. He's already had the Last Supper. He's already said, hey, I'm about to die. This is not a surprise. The scriptures have foretold it. I will rise again. And all of the disciples just going over their head. They're not catching any of it. They would later on when they wrote the Gospels and the epistles. But Peter's like, he's all heart. He's all great intentions. Like no one would doubt Peter's nobility. But Peter he's often the one that's going to say, hey, they might all be cowards. They're probably all going to leave you. I'm not going to leave you. I'm not like that. I'm different. My essence is different. I'm loyal to you. I would die for you. And Jesus looks at him, and he's kind of endeared by it. He's like, oh, that's so nice, Peter. Thank you. I appreciate that. But he says the following. He says, Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift each of you like wheat. But I have pleaded in prayer. And Peter probably interjected, and he's like, you told him I'm on the list of the untouchables, right? That he cannot even get close to me, right? You defended me in prayer, right? And Jesus says, I prayed for you, Simon, that your faith would not fail. This has really caught my attention. So when you have repented and turned to me again, strengthen your brothers. So Jesus, in prayer for his friend, for his disciple, for Peter, is able to see that there's going to be a shaking, there's going to be difficulty, there's going to be hardship on the way, there's going to be some stumbling, there's going to be some regrets, but he's also able to see beyond that. And we often get stuck in the moment of that shaking. And you know what was at stake in this story is Peter's faith. That's what was at stake, not his reputation, not his intentions, not his, what he had said he would do. No, what was at stake was his faith. And Jesus didn't say, spare him, keep him comfortable, hide him in a cave till the devil goes away. What he said was, God, I ask that you would strengthen him so that he can make it through whatever valley he's going to go through. Because I can see beyond that valley, and I know the story does not end here today. And I think that's important for you to know as well. What could look like the tragic ending to your story is not the conclusion of your story. God can see beyond that. He intercedes beyond that. And in Jesus, his approach, his mindset is to pray that Peter will make it. He doesn't relieve Peter of his own responsibility. I can't say, I've signed up my grandma and my mom to pray for me so I don't have to pray ever again. No, that doesn't work. It doesn't say, I can't say that and say, that way I won't have to be responsible for my actions. No, I've got to grow my own faith, and the only way to do that is through walking through resistance and valleys. But what I can be sure of is that I'm not alone. Jesus stands in the gap between Peter's inadequacy and his best intentions and the upcoming failure, and then he reaches up and says, there's a destiny beyond that. Jesus stands on the wall. He gains insights about what is going to happen inside of Peter's life, and then insight about what is on the horizon. Peter, you're going to make it through this. But the way you're going to make it through it is by holding on to your faith. Don't lose faith in the journey.